Hi everyone, welcome to my segment. Today I'll talk about how to do digital marketing to accelerate in the online race. So for today, I'll talk about three things that we have to highlight or remember in this journey. Number one is know what people want online. Second, we'll talk about preparing the right types of content. And then third, what are the practical digital tools that we can utilize to help us in this journey? Well, let's start off with what people want online. Well, we took a look at a sample of Filipinos in Q1 2021 interested in food. And according to them, the top 4 social channels that they focus on is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, in that order. And by high degrees, no? So the disparity between Facebook and TikTok, mataas, no? Very, so you have to really prioritize it in that manner. So if you're trying to manage different things, you might want to put more attention on one platform versus another in that ranking, all right? Second is that what are the typical brand discovery touch points that they have online? So how do they discover about your products? How do you learn about different things, no? Number one, it's through ads on social media. So if you're not putting enough budget to boost your ads on Facebook, I can tell you that this is actually the key touch point for people interested in food. Number two is that there's a lot of awareness that is driven from online retail sites. So yes, there's Lazada and Shopee, but again, retail sites like Foodpanda, GrabFood, if there's an aggregator of different products that sells food as well, yeah, that's actually quite popular. And then third are recommendations from social media. So it's very, very important that no matter what you do, promotions that you do, people must talk about it. Because that's a real driver for attention. So you have to really work on PR, Now, once people discover about the products, the next thing is that, what do? They do online research. So the first and number one touch point for that is social networks. So after you run the ads online, after people talk about it on social media, automatically they will go to your news feed. They will take a look at other photos of people on social media. So it's very, very important that you publish a lot of pictures and information so that it's very, very easy for people to make a decision. However, the next and most important thing that people look for are consumer reviews. So you have to be very sure that people rave about it, they talk about it. If meron kayong mga kaibigan who have tried your products, make sure that they leave a good review and they post pictures so that people who are deciding can realize, oh, masarap pala, And then the third thing that people highlight in terms of research is actually search results on Google. So if there's a way that people would type your product and then lalabas yun through the articles of others, other posts, that'll be a very, very powerful channel. So I highly recommend those combinations or priorities with regard to channels online. But I think more than promoting on these channels, what's the best time, right? Now, what's interesting is that in a whole 24-hour cycle, it really starts dramatically at 9 a.m. So 9 a.m., it starts to increase, and there's a sustained increase from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. So people around the clock are looking for food content. However, there is a prime time, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So it's high from 9 a.m., sustains all the way, but 8 to 10 p.m. it increases dramatically. And from there, you get more eyeballs. So what I would just recommend is that when you run ads, you're just consistently showing it, you're quite present. But during the peak period where people have all the time, you make sure that you're very, very present there. Now, how do we find out what people are looking for? I would highly recommend to take a look at Google Trends. You can type the keywords on the website, and then it'll show you the interest. In this example that I have, we compared burgers, sushi, lasagna, and tacos. And you realize that, mas marami naghahanap pala ng burgers in the Philippines compared to, let's say, lasagna. But there are some seasonality associated with it as well. Miko, what if I want to find out the specific type of burger or which locations burgers are very popular at, Then I would recommend having a look at Google Ads and there's a section there called Keyword Planner, no? So you can type in the keywords, it'll generate for you all the keyword permutations. And anyway, I'll share a link separately that you can refer to para you know the step-by-step of how to get it. But it's a very, very powerful tool to find out the demand in a certain area or for certain products that you may want to sell, all right? Now, I want to talk about how to prepare the right types of content. Now, I want to leave four pieces of information that we must always have. Number one, we have to highlight the food. This is very obvious, no? But when we say highlight the food, you have to show the texture, the quality, how nice it is, present it in good lighting. I'll talk about more later, no? But it's something which is not always done amazingly sometimes, no? For example, some people, when they do, when they promote a price list. It's important, but you have to show kasi the food eh. Or sometimes there's a small window lang or picture lang for the food. You have to make it front and center. Second, you have to highlight the price. It's really, really important. You have to think about the customer, no? Parang, wow, it's nice. Magkano yan? You have to always answer, how much is it? And it's not always obvious when you take a look at the materials of other people. It's so small. You have to really emphasize it. Third, and the most important actually, is to highlight all the reviews that you get. So if you have good ratings, people have said good things, if you have friends who really love your product, get them to amplify it, share it on the feed, or let's say on their own channels, because when people research, lalabas yan, you know. So I really want to highlight that you should have good ratings because that's a real purchase driver for people in the food sector. And finally, and not forget, no, to make the experience easy for customers, you have to highlight the process of how to order. Because we're in a pandemic, we have to find ways to communicate or transact online, but it's not always obvious. People have to always contact you, no? So if you already illustrate how to do it, it helps explain the whole process. Now, on that note, I want to talk about this part of presenting food very well. Kanina, we said we have to highlight food, right? But we have to really do proper photography, do good lighting, do proper plating when we present the food. And here, I wanted to pull 4 examples, no, for laing that did it very well according to me. Because I looked at 100 ads for laing. And some of them, nasa jar, iba nasa tray, pero hindi maganda yung lighting or yung presentation. And I found that out of all these 100 different ads, these 4 presented it really well. No? So I just want to share with everyone that it makes a big difference to stand out from everyone else. So congrats to these 4 companies. I think they did pretty well. Now, if I learn from what the large brands are doing, and if you look at this, no, they try vertical materials, whether it's Jollibee, McDo, Red Ribbon, or you know, KFC. Ano yan, vertical yung materials nila. Why? You know, everyone is on their phones, and yung phones natin malaking real estate. So, sometimes when we make materials, square lang siya, di ba? Or minsan rectangle pa. But it has to be vertical so that it occupies more real estate on the phone. So, imagine that you have a large, beautiful picture of, let's say, itong lasagna, you know. Kitang-kita mo yan, and it's pretty good, no? And if you notice here, 2 out of the 5 examples are videos. So, they made vertical videos to really emphasize how delicious the food is. Now, the last point I want to talk about for doing the right types of content is that we have to try different ad types, no, or materials. What do I mean by that? Imagine, in this example, puro siomai yan, no? So, they had one siomai na in video format, isa naman picture. They did vertical, then they have one inside a box. So, maraming permutations. It's done by Chowking, no? Pretty good. But if you have different products, you have to have variety. Why do I say this? When we scanned a lot of different sectors or food, specifically within food, people just promote one ad and that's it. But imagine, you can show it in many different ways. And when you do this, when you have multiple ad types, parang the same material in different sizes, different formats, na picture, video, carousel, ganyan, no? It optimizes delivery, which means Facebook will become more efficient in reaching customers. So I highly, highly recommend to execute this because it's very, very good for you. So question, Miko, how do we now make these vertical formats, or how do we make video, no? Wala naman akong budget para magpaano ng video editor. Well, as an SME or a food entrepreneur, there's some practical tools I can share, no? And there's 3 I want to share with you. Number 1, there's a product called Adobe Spark, no? You can download it on your phone, and it has all these templates that you can utilize for free. And you can have it in vertical video. You can do it for Instagram. You can do it for Facebook. You can do Facebook stories. And it's so convenient and so easy, no? And it's free. Of course, if you want to have the pro account, yun, may bayad yun na parang 500 per month. But the free account gives you a lot of flexibility. It's really, really excellent. So I highly recommend. Aralin nyo yun. It's pretty good. The second platform I want to highlight is Canva, you know. So Canva is not just known for PowerPoint templates, but a lot of other templates, even video templates and social media templates. So they have about 250,000 templates available. And if you go for Pro, no, for 300 pesos, more or less, ano yan, they have like 610,000 templates. So mataas, no? So I highly recommend exploring it because these are done by professionals and it's designed in the Philippines. So pretty excellent work talaga. And then the last one, it's a company called Animoto. So si Animoto, what it does is that you drag and drop the images, and they have a lot of templates. They will make a video for you, you know. Magaling, no? Platform. It's free for 1 minute, and then may branding pa sila. But if you want to remove the watermark or other things, ano yan, I think it's about 550 per month. And you can have longer videos as well, no? So these are very practical tools that I highly recommend. So anyway, just to recap, no? Well, number 1, just know what people want online, and remember that there's these certain places to look for them, which is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok in that order, right? And there are certain channels that you have to focus with regard to brand discovery and online product research. The best time slots is all throughout the day technically, but 8 to 10 p.m. ang time slot. Utilize Google Trends and Google Ads to find out the demand and the areas, no, that people want. Second is that you have to prepare the right types of content. Remember, no? So you have to take the right photos, you have to have vertical formats, different sizes, but you have to answer questions about price, how to order, diba? And other things, no? Ratings, very important. And last point is that we talked about the tools, no? So we talked about Adobe Spark, Animoto, and Canva. So these are all very practical tools that can really help you in this journey. And I really hope that you become successful, especially that we're coming towards the end of the season, end of the year. So good luck, everyone, and look forward to hearing from you in the Q&A. Maraming salamat. Thank you so much.